Why do we procrastinate? The psychology behind putting things off. Have you ever had an important assignment due next week, but somehow you only started working on it the night before? Or maybe you've wanted to start exercising, learning a new skill, or cleaning your room, but instead, you found yourself scrolling through social media for hours. If you've ever experienced this, you're definitely not alone. Most people think procrastination is simply laziness. But psychology tells us something very different. Procrastination is often linked to emotions, motivation, habits, decision-making, and the way our brains process rewards. In this video, we'll explore what procrastination really is, why it happens, what psychological theories explain it, common myths, and practical strategies that can help reduce it. What is procrastination? Procrastination is the voluntary delay of an intended task despite knowing that delaying it may lead to negative consequences. For example, a university student has 2 weeks to complete an assignment, but waits until the last evening. An employee delays replying to important emails. Someone keeps saying they'll start exercising next Monday. These aren't simply examples of poor time management. They often reflect difficulties in managing emotions, motivation, or self-regulation. Psychologists describe procrastination as a gap between intention and action. We know what we should do, but we struggle to begin. Is procrastination the same as laziness? This is one of the biggest misconceptions. Lazy people usually have little interest in completing a task. People who procrastinate often care deeply about the task. In fact, many procrastinators feel guilty, anxious, or frustrated because they want to complete the task but find it difficult to start. Psychological research suggests that procrastination is more closely related to emotion regulation than laziness. Sometimes we delay tasks because beginning them makes us feel uncomfortable. The psychology behind procrastination. Fear of failure. Many people avoid starting because they're afraid of making mistakes. For example, a student may postpone writing an essay because they worry it won't be good enough. Avoiding the task temporarily reduces anxiety, but it increases stress later. Perfectionism. Some people believe everything must be perfect before they begin. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect idea, or the perfect mood. As a result, they never start. Psychologists often describe this as perfectionism leading to avoidance. Present bias. Our brains naturally prefer immediate rewards over future rewards. Watching one more episode on Netflix feels rewarding now. Studying for an exam provides benefits weeks later. Because our brains value immediate pleasure more strongly, procrastination becomes tempting. Emotional regulation. One of the most accepted modern explanations is that procrastination helps us avoid unpleasant emotions. Instead of avoiding the task itself, we're actually avoiding feelings such as boredom, frustration, anxiety, self-doubt, overwhelm. Unfortunately, avoiding these emotions only makes them stronger over time. What happens in the brain? Different parts of the brain influence procrastination. The prefrontal cortex helps with planning, decision-making, and self-control. The limbic system is involved in emotions and reward. When emotions become overwhelming, the limbic system may override the prefrontal cortex. This makes short-term pleasure like checking social media or watching videos feel more appealing than completing an important task. This doesn't mean people lack intelligence. It reflects how emotion and decision-making interact in the brain. Consequences of chronic procrastination. Occasional procrastination is common. However, frequent procrastination can lead to increased stress, poor academic performance, lower work productivity, reduced self-confidence, missed opportunities, feelings of guilt and regret. Over time, procrastination can create a cycle. Delay leads to stress, and stress leads to guilt, and then guilt leads to more avoidance, and more avoidance leads to even more stress. Healthy strategies to reduce procrastination. Psychology suggests several evidence-based approaches. Break large tasks into smaller steps. Instead of writing an entire report today, start by writing the title, then the introduction. Small progress reduces overwhelm. Use the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself you'll work for just 5 minutes. Once people begin, they're often more likely to continue. Focus on progress, not perfection. Done is often better than perfect. Starting imperfectly is better than never starting. Remove distractions. Put your phone away. Close unnecessary tabs. Create an environment that supports concentration. Practice self-compassion. Many people become harshly self-critical after procrastinating. Research suggests that treating yourself with kindness after setbacks is more likely to encourage future action than excessive self-criticism. Common myths. Myth: procrastinators work best under pressure. Reality: while some people feel more focused near deadlines, research generally shows that chronic last-minute work is associated with higher stress and lower quality outcomes. Myth: procrastination means you're lazy. Reality: procrastination often involves emotional avoidance, fear of failure, perfectionism, or difficulty regulating emotions, not laziness. Myth: successful people never procrastinate. Reality: even highly successful people procrastinate at times. The difference is that they develop strategies to manage it. Final thoughts. Procrastination isn't simply about poor time management. It's often about how we manage emotions, motivation, and self-control. Understanding the psychology behind procrastination helps us approach it with greater awareness rather than self-judgment. Small, consistent actions are usually far more effective than waiting for the perfect moment to begin. At Psych Digest, our goal is to make psychology simple, practical, and evidence-based. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe for more psychology content exploring human behavior, mental health, learning, motivation, and the fascinating science of the mind.